Can you check live is coming? WhatsApp.
Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
No, no. Just Varsha Mataji was saving, okay?
Oh, what group?
WhatsApp group. Go to WhatsApp.
WhatsApp group. Yeah, and what is the name of the group?
IoT
IoT.
37. Not yet shared.
Varsha
Or just
Mataji.
go to YouTube, Mataji. No, no, no. Go to YouTube.
Yes, Mataji.
Iskon Private. Iskon
बंद कर दो. Hare Rama, Hare Ram. Share. Should
Can
I
you
share this?
share to Varsha Mataji?
Varsha Mataji. Not in Bhakti Kumar. No, in the
No, no,
Krishna.
I don't know. I shared one link to Mataji. So Mataji can share that.
Okay.
Copy link.
Rama,
Can you hold
Rama,
Mataji?
Hare Hare. Do you have something to put it? Stand. Hare Krishna. No. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now put it on the table there. Yeah, put it on the table. Yeah. Okay.
5:30 we have a class, right? 5:30. It is. So we start. No, no, Mata is handling that. Let's go. Thank you, everyone.
పెట్టండి మాకు చెప్పండి నేను కూర్చొని పట్టుకుంటాను రేపు కూర్చొని
Yeah, we plan something.
అవును
So you're
It's called Mat. Igor Piti Mataji.
you did by Radhanath's one? I really like the way this sounds. Like, this is close to what I want.
So what's different? Like what makes it?
A lot of stuff, but just there's a different kind of sound that I want than harmony.
Yeah, please come here.
I prefer this sound more than the
Please come in this.
I mean, not the
I'll figure it out first.
This one has less bass. It's less head. So it's more in the background rather than the forefront. That's the type that I prefer. I just this is closer to the sound that I want. I'm going to get into some or something. Trying to be cool and take a photo of it.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to.
And Mataji.
This is a live.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait. Can they even hear the live?
You want me to check?
Yeah, can you go check?
Where is it? Facebook?
It's YouTube.
It's so much easier to play now. I don't know why. Dude, I can play Knock on the Ballroom Ranga.
Was it unmuted the Hare Krishna. I know, but it's gonna. Huh?
I figured out how to play Knock on a Ballroom.
That's good. Yeah, but it's gonna lean it down. Huh?
I'm trying to do not disturb.
Hare Krishna.
Wait, what?
Can you all hear me and see me? Yes. Am I visible? Yes. I'm not sure. Some of you are sitting over there. Are you? Okay. I'm very grateful for all of you to be here today. Even though it was hot, too hot, right? Despite you all made it. And I'm very grateful for the host, Padma Priya Mataji and Banu Prabhu. Thank you for hosting and the family children. And the ISKCON Charlotte organizers also for organizing these beautiful programs. Let us invoke the auspicious prayers. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishishna Srimati Paschatya Vaishakarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Why do you want to put it down?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Why do you want to put it down?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jagannatha Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai Nitai Gaur Hari Hari Bol. Jai Krishna. Often we don't see the gifts that we have been given in this world. We underestimate the things that we have and we overestimate the things that we don't have. See how fortunate we are to have the devotee association in the midst of nowhere, like in the material ocean. The only savior is the association of devotees. So you all made my blessing today for being here and giving your presence and valuable association. Thank you so much again. Hari Bol. Today, Krishna willing, we would like to discuss few of the things in this material world. The nature of the material world. It's very interesting thing, right? The material world.
Yes.
We often try to control the material world, but we end up controlled by the material world.
That's true.
That's the idea of this.
Somebody's fault.
Yeah. So like that, we will touch few points. What is this nature, and how we can overcome that. We will try to attempt. What are the solutions we have? We will check a couple of options whether they will work. I will take your approval. Otherwise, we will go to the. So I was hearing this lecture and I came up with this concept. I thought I will check with you on what you will say about this. So I heard the concept, this material world is perfectly imperfect. The material world is perfectly imperfect. So that made me to think, is it perfect or imperfect? So I thought of running a small survey here. I want to take your opinion whether the material world is perfect or the material world is imperfect. Take a moment, think about it. So those who think the material world is perfect, raise your hands. Okay, we have one volunteer. Okay, people are coming, they are gathering their courage. Anyone else here? I can't see if anyone is sitting over there behind the glass.
Nobody.
Nobody is there, okay? Okay, we have you. Hope against hope. Okay, how about, are there anyone who thinks the material world is imperfect? Come on, Prabhu, you can do this.
He has two hands. One hand.
Okay, let me make the rules clear. You can't sit on the fence. You have to take a side.
I have two answers. Daddy.
Okay, you have to choose your options and come up with one option.
Material is perfect. Nature is perfect. Human is imperfect.
Okay, so Mataji, you think that material world is imperfect? Okay, good. I'm with you. You are also Prabhu. How about the rest? You are confused?
Yes.
Okay, we want to know whether it's perfect or imperfect. Okay, before we identify whether the material world is perfect or imperfect, we have to first understand how do we define whether it's perfect or not perfect. What basis? What kind of question should we ask? Any thoughts? Like what question should we ask to validate?
What is the purpose of?
What is the purpose? Perfect question. Okay, any other questions?
Why are we here?
Why are we here? Oh my God, we have brilliant audience. All the answers are getting here early. Yeah, that's the sign of intelligence. The human being only have been given this intelligence. No other animal, no other species have been given that intelligence to question. Adato Brahma Jignasa. That is our first duty. We have to inquire. Why am I here? What is the purpose? Who am I? What am I supposed to do? What is my duty? I have been trying so hard to be happy, despite I'm getting surprises. The human have been trying to fix the problems in the world. There is so many things. They come with some problem and then they come with some solution. But is it a permanent solution?
No.
Temporary solution. Thank you. Because the material nature is temporary. So, actually statistics, if we go with the statistics are saying the World Economic Forum are reporting almost, if you have food in your fridge and if you have roof on your top,
and if you have clothes on your back, you are the most fortunate person among the 75% of the people, population. And if you have some cash in your bank, you are the richest among the 7% in the world. And if you are able to read, you are more fortunate than 2.5 billion in the world. So that is the situation of the world. So what the people are trying to do is, we are trying to fix those problems. So what are the mediums we are taking to fix those problems? I want to take your help. In general, we are filled with the problems. Everyone agrees at least that point? We are in one?
Yes.
Okay. At least we have some unity. There are so many problems. Every day we open the newspaper, all we read is problems. That there is a war here, there is a crisis here, there is a crash down in the share market, some problem or the other problem we are hearing. So after seeing all the problems, what humans are trying to do, they are trying to fix those problems. Thank you. So what are our ways of fixing those problems? Usually people, what ways we try to fix the problems?
By understanding what is the problem.
Okay, so what are our mediums? Like people think, maybe if I get lots of something,
Money.
ah, thank you. Money is brighter than sunshine, sweeter than honey.
Money stays on.
People think, I think maybe you can relate with this point. Like couple of generations before, when everyone was depending on the like simple living, agriculture, things like village-based communities, that's when the industrialization was happening. So people were thinking, maybe if my children get educated, they work in the outside corporate world, they get lots of money, all our problems will be solved. So then that dream came true. So then the next generation, they all moved to the towns. The next generation thought, if our children studies even better, they will have even brighter future. So they all moved to the cities. That didn't end there.
Yeah.
So the parents said, okay, you work very hard and get into IIT, go to America. All your problems will be solved. So now you all are here. I want to ask whether really the problem solved and we still struggling
More
and finding
problem.
out.
More problem.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. So that's what I was wondering. What should we tell to our children? Okay, you study well and you go to Mars. Your problems will be solved. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to escape the problem rather than fix the problem. Don't come to conclusion right now. It's okay. So that is one way the whole world is after, isn't it? People thinking, okay, let's earn lots and lots of money, so we will solve most of the problems. The problems that money solves are like patchworks. Once Srila Prabhupada was traveling to Vrindavan in India, so then there was a road blockage. There was some work happening on the road, so they put a sign. The sign says, temporary inconvenience, permanent solution. Because the road was blocked, they have to take a detour. So immediately Prabhupada replied, it's a temporary solution, permanent problem. All the solutions that we are coming up with are temporary solutions. It's not a permanent solution. The problem is still remaining. So some of the examples that people are trying to come up with, like now we came to the corporate world, everything is like so far away, industrialized, we need lots of energy, we are running out of the natural resources. We are running out of gas. Cars are, like in the future, we may not have gas to run the cars. So people came up with a brilliant idea.
Electric.
Let's use electric vehicles. And you know the problem with that? To make those electric vehicles, the battery, lithium and cobalt and all, that is coming from the African mines. That is also running out soon. So what will they do? They will come up with some other solution.
Hydrogen based.
Yeah. So that is also like, that will go on for some time. So what we are trying to do is the solutions that we are coming up with is like just a patch of work. There is some problem, we will fix it for temporary time being, and then we will move on, we will face some other problem, we'll go. Okay, Mataji shared one way, like with the money, how we are trying to resolve the problems. Then what are the other ways that we are trying to resolve the problems? Maybe power? The countries are fighting for power, thinking if I become the powerful, I can control everything. If I become Donald Trump, I can control the world. America being the richest, most powerful, most sophisticated military, having military, there's so many problems despite all of that. In UK, almost 20% of people are skipping a meal due to the economic crisis, layoffs, so many problems. And because of the wars, the Israel war and Gaza, many innocent women and children are starving for water and food. Is the power of the nations, they are having the nuclear power and bunker busters, all these are helping solving the problems?
No.
Money didn't work, power didn't work, what else we have? Do we have any other hope? Maybe someone will come up saying, AI Mataji. AI will save the world, you don't need,
Okay.
artificial intelligence. It will do all our works, it will write my emails, it will do the coding, it will do all the house chores, we don't need to do it will be the one and all solution for all your problems. When it comes about AI, the thing that reminds me is, I don't know if you know S.B. Keshav Swami Maharaj, brilliant speaker. He was asked in the interview, they were asking the similar questions. Maharaj, nowadays it's all about AI. Everyone is using AI, things are so easily available, the knowledge is at your fingertips, whatever you want you can access, so even to give a classes, you don't need to be a scholarly person, you just search, it will prepare even your script also. So how do we see that? So Maharaj was like very brilliant answering this question. He was like, actually the traditional way of learning knowledge is Shravanam, you hear, then you Smaranam, you remember what you heard, then you Nididhyasanam, you apply what you heard. So this is the way people acquire knowledge. Because of the technology advancement and so much knowledge is available, what is happening nowadays is, it's Shravanam, Katanam, Pastanam.
Cut and paste.
So there is no transformation. We have lots and lots of information, but there is no transformation because the realization is not there. So even though we have so much hope on AI, artificial intelligence and robots, the father of the AI, Geoffrey Hinton, himself said a couple of years back, in a couple of decades, like 20-30 years, the AI is going to become so advanced, it is going to be the threat for the humankind itself. So the technological advancement that we all are keeping hope is going to be the cause for our suffering one day. Okay, what else we are left with? Money, no hope, power, give hands, technology. People, thank you Mataji. Family, friends, society. That's our hope. Yeah, they are genuine, they are loving, but if you see, if you check, maybe sometimes we see this notice on the cars. They say, do not disturb, already disturbed. So if you want to spend little time with your spouse or children, you knock on the door, they say, okay, give me 5 minutes, I'm busy. Maybe later, after tomorrow, maybe after weekend, something. So they don't have time, they have their own issues to deal with. Then we are becoming short, we are becoming cornered. Where do we go then? So this is the situation of today's world. The problems we have enough, but the solutions are not resolved. So then now we understood the nature of this world, how it is. It is filled with problems. And we saw the efforts of the man also. Now we will see from the point of Shastra and Sadhu, what they are saying. So in Bhagavad Gita, the material world has been described as Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. So Dukkhalayam means place of miseries. It's not the place of pleasures, it's the place of miseries. So when we are inside a swimming pool, it's so hot, we would love to be in the swimming pool, right? Those children maybe?
They're very busy.
I'm happy they're busy. So if we are in the swimming pool, it's obvious we get wet. We can't expect that I will remain dry even though being in the waters. Same way, when we are in the material world, it's obvious we will get the influence of the material nature. We cannot be the special soul that I will be not influenced by the nature of the material world. So the Shastra is already predicted how it's going to be and what is the nature of it, how it's going to impact us. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga, it's been described nicely about this material world. It's compared with a banyan tree. I'm sure all of you might have seen banyan tree in India at least.
Yes.
It's very prominent, huge, humongous tree. It spreads for at least multiple kilometers. The roots are far and wide away. So the material world has been compared with the banyan tree. Urdhva moolam adashakam asvattam prahru avyaya chandamshi yasya parnani vedas estam vedasa vedavid. So there is a big humongous banyan tree. Next to that is a river. And that banyan tree is reflecting on that river. So when we see that banyan tree on the river, how does it look like? Upside down. Because it's a reflection. So upside down means the tree's roots are going upwards. Urdhva moolam. Urdhva upside, the roots are going. And the branches are coming down. Adashakam. So whatever it's supposed to be, it's happening in the opposite way. So this material world is compared to the reflection. So that means there is a real world, that is, Mataji has already leaked the information, Goloka Vrindavan, that is the real tree, where we can really get the benefits of the tree, the shade, the food, the air, everything. And then it's reflecting on the waters, that is the shadow. So if we try to go and approach that shadow, will it give us the shade? Will it give us the food? Will it give us the air?
No.
So that's why we are not able to solve our problems and be happy here, because we are approaching the shadow. So welcome to the matrix. We are living in a virtual reality. It's real, the world is real, but it's temporary. So, and then it is said, because the nature of the world is like that, how much ever we try. So then let's see another example. There was an old lady, very old lady. She was stitching a cloth. All of a sudden the needle from her hand fell down. So then she went on the street. It's in India, you can imagine current cuts will be there. So there was no electricity in her house. So she went on the street. There was a street light that was light. So she was searching underneath that. She was searching, and then there was a person going by, and then the person asked, "What are you doing?" She said, "I lost my needle, I'm looking for it." So he thought, okay, let me help the old lady. He also started helping. Then there were a couple of people going by, they also started joining, helping. They searched and searched almost for a couple of hours, nothing was found. So they finally went to that old lady and asked, okay, tell me everything. What happened? Where were you? What were you doing? Then she said, I was in my house. I was trying to stitch this cloth. Then all of a sudden the needle fell down. So it's dark over there. So I came to the street and started looking for it. Mataji's laughing. All the people who came to help her also started laughing. How foolish you are. You lost your needle inside your house, but you are searching outside on the street. Aren't we foolish also? We are looking for happiness somewhere where it doesn't belong. This world is not promising us to give happiness. This is Dukkhalayam. But we are with hope against hope, trying to find that happiness. Maybe in India I didn't find, I might find it in America. So that hope is still going on. Maybe in America I will not find. When I go to Mars, I will find it. So how much ever we try until we come to that point, that conclusion, this is not meant for that, this is meant for something else. Who are we? We are, Krishna says in the same 15th chapter, 7th verse, Mamai Vamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashastrani Indriyani Prakritistani Kashyati. You all are my part and parcels. So we belong to Krishna. What is Krishna's nature? Krishna's nature is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat, all knowledgeable. Sat, eternal. Chit, all knowledgeable. Ananda, blissful. So when we are part of that personality, what do we will have? We also have the same nature as Krishna, but in a minute quantity. Krishna is the supreme, so he will have in an ultimate, unlimited. But we are part and parcel, we will also have that same nature, but in a small quantity, Krishna's nature. So because Krishna is always happy, we also want to be happy. So that's why we are called Anando Vyasi. We are always searching for happiness, search seekers, happiness seekers. We are searching. But we are searching in a wrong place. Prabhu, you are following everything. So, there is another story. You want to hear? So, there is a fish, little fish, not Nemo fish. That fish somehow wanted to experience, so it came out of the waters, it went onto the beach. So it thought, okay, it's summer, people are coming to the beaches all over the world, people are going to beaches in summer, let me also go to beach, let me also experience how fun it will be. It might be boring just to remain in the water, so it came out of the water, went to the beach, took a nice picnic table, sat there, and somehow Krishna was arranging everything for that little fish. The little fish was getting the best of the foods, like the burgers and pizzas and the colas, everything. And it was getting all the gadgets, Apple 16 and PS5 or 6, and whatever the latest gadgets that are there in the market, and like whatever the fish desires, it's there. But still, despite having all those things, that little fish is not being happy. I want to ask the children, why that little fish is not able to be happy? Any idea, any clue? Yes?
Nobody is there.
Nobody is there.
Nobody is there. Okay, maybe few other fishes also joined. They are also there. Think out of the box.
It came to the beach, remember?
Can't breathe.
Yes, there you go. You got the point. What's your name?
Gautam.
Gautam, you are like Gautama Buddha. You have so much intelligence. Okay, the fish is not in the waters. The fish is supposed to be in the waters. That's the natural constitutional position of the fish. So when you take out that little fish out of its natural position and try to give whatever, the best of the worlds, it will still not be happy. Only when it will become happy? When you just place it back in the original position. That's all. It doesn't need Apple 16, it doesn't need pizza, it doesn't need Tesla or anything. Same way, we belong to spirit. We are part and parts of the spiritual Supreme Krishna. So only when we are in connection with Krishna, we can also be happy. Otherwise, not having connection with Krishna and trying to acquire so many things, still at the end of the day, we will be having that question. What am I supposed to do? Why am I here?
Sorry.
Keep it there.
So this is the explanation from the Shastra. So how much ever we have that natural instinct to be happy, but that happiness will not be quenched here in this material world. This is not the place for that. Then comes the real question. Where do I find that happiness? Where do I take my shelter? So we have been trying to take shelter in different forms here. They all are disappointing us. They all are like temporary, some of the solutions. So where is the permanent solution? So maybe if I didn't speak strong enough, let me make the strong point. The real big problems of this material world, we just touched the small glimpse and the side effects of it. What are the real problems of this material world? Those who are attending Bhakti Rikshas, you might be taught, right? The children at the back. You heard the real problem? Completing your assignment, isn't it? Isn't that will be your biggest problem? You all are intelligent children, you don't have those problems. When we were studying, we had those problems. Okay, maybe those here? What are the real problems of the world, Prabhuji?
So you can sit down here so you can see Mataji.
One more. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Yadi are the real problems. Why we make it as a real problem? Any real problem, it should be applicable for everyone. And another point, it should not be avoided. Okay, any of you can accept Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. I will translate it for those English children. Birth, old age, disease and death. Can anyone escape those things?
No.
Is it applicable only for certain people, not for everyone? Everyone, including the king, has to go through them. There is no that's why they are called real problems of the world. How much ever we have been, like maybe we can say advancing, still we are not able to solve those problems. Maybe we can postpone them, we can avoid them. At the end of the day, we still have to deal with those problems. The biggest fear in the world is death. People don't even want to use the word death. Okay, stop it, don't say it. It's so fearful. Not only for our own self, even for our dear and near ones also. We don't even want to experience or hear about that. So, but that's a real problem. We have to face that one day. On top of that, we have some extras. They are called? Say it louder, Prabhu.
Adhyatmika, Adibhautika.
Adhyatmika, Adibhautika and Adidaivika. Miseries caused by one's own mind and body. Miseries caused by other living entities. I'm not pointing to you. Miseries caused by the demigods and nature. So we already have one set of problems. We are struggling how to deal. Then we have so many other problems. My mind says, okay, I'm not happy. I'm not ready to go to class today. I don't know my mind. I'm not feeling well. My mind says so many things. I don't want to see people. I don't want to talk with anyone. These are the problems our mind plays tricks with us. And people, when we put so much effort to overcome your problems and finally go there, people comment something and then that's put us down again. Then, okay, you deal with all those things and then the sun and the heat and the corona. Things like that, always. Okay, then let me ask you one question. So we have that set of problems, this set of problems. What is the difference between both sets?
Nothing is controllable. I mean, like.
Okay, that's there on both situations.
Yeah.
What it's caused by?
What is it caused by? Can you define?
You said there's 3 types of problems, right?
Okay.
So like that kind of causes.
Okay, that is all one set.
Okay.
That's group D. Group A is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. All are there to suffer us.
Yeah.
Our point of view towards the problem
Okay, can you explain?
means how we will see the problem. We take it too much into us or we leave the problem.
Okay, you're almost getting there. Any
The difference between Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi and Adhyatmika.
Adidaivika, Adibhautika problems. They all are problems. I was just checking, like if you find out the difference is one is a permanent one-time problem, other one is day-to-day problem. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, it comes maybe once. We all take birth once, right, in this lifetime. We might die once. Maybe disease, when we get old, chronic diseases, maybe once, like cancer, things like that. Not on a day-to-day basis. Whereas the kleshas, The kleshas are there to bother from sunrise to sunset. Somehow or other, either the neighbor's dog or the boss in the office, someone is trying to cause us some problem. Prabhu is able to rejuvenate.
No. Almost you compare the boss to a dog.
Don't say it loud. We don't want to ask the genuine opinions. So we are seeing all the varieties of the problems. So maybe someone at the back will be thinking, Mataji, come to a conclusion, come to a solution. How long we will hear the problems? We know, we understood. There are problems. How to pick? So then, now we are going towards the Shastra and Sadhus, what they are recommending. What they are recommending is, they are recommending us to take the shelter of those who have already taken shelter. Like, let me repeat. There are some people who went through these problems and took shelter somewhere, and their problems got resolved. So they are suggesting us also to follow in their footsteps. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mataji is very smart. She is catching the points. Okay, so who are those people? Who are those people? Where do we find those people?
Guru.
Okay, Guru. Very
Teacher.
good. Teacher, same.
Yeah.
Whoever has spoken about how they are.
We don't want just book knowledge. We want realized knowledge. Who went through the situations, not just heard and said. Can you come up with some personalities from Srimad Bhagavatam who went through difficulties and where did they take shelter and how did they end up happy ending?
Prahlad Maharaj.
Prahlad. Best example. Best example. What all difficulties Prahlad Maharaj had to go. At least we were thinking about the neighbor's dog or someone else. But he had to deal with his own father. And like that, some other people, some other personalities. Can you name some who all went through difficult? Panchapandavas, full of miseries. Their whole life is like challenges. Not just one person, the whole family. Kunti Maharani, the 5 Pandavas, Draupadi, Uttara, every one of them. So when Uttara, when almost the Kurukshetra battle was over, when Krishna was about to leave Hastinapur, so by then already Abhimanyu was dead. So still, what's his name? Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama was like so envious. He wanted to kill even the child within the womb of Uttara also. So then he left a Brahmastra to kill that the baby in the womb. So that's when she realized, okay, something bad is going to happen. I can feel, I can sense something bad is going to happen to baby. So she immediately rushed to who?
Krishna.
There was already Yudhishthira Maharaj was there, his uncle Arjuna was there, Kunti Maharani was there, Draupadi was there, but still she didn't go to them because they are family members, they are also limited, they are also conditioned. Whom did she go? She went to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the controller of everyone. So she went, Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho. So immediately Krishna entered the womb and protected the baby in the womb. That was Parikshit Maharaj. So like that. And some other examples maybe you can name?
Draupadi.
Draupadi. Same family, but so many situations. Maybe we can speak the whole day about what all the calamities they went and how they took shelter of Krishna and Krishna reciprocated. In Bhagavad Gita, it explained when Krishna comes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna promised to protect my devotees and to punish the miscreants. I will come every yuga, every age I will come. But Draupadi, you know how he came? Which form he came?
Sari.
So to protect Prahlad Maharaj, he came in the form of Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare. So to protect Draupadi, he came in the form of Vastra Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So he can take any form in order to protect his devotees, not just necessarily a demigod or a god or lion or Kurma, anything. He even come in the form of sari also to protect. So when Draupadi was in the midst of the assembly, she was calling Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So then immediately Krishna, without a question, without doubt, he appeared. That was the shelter, the real shelter, protection, that complete protection without fail. So when Krishna appears, I heard this another beautiful point I want to share with all of you. Actually, when devotees are in difficulties, Krishna no need to come personally. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Even Arjunacharya had that question also when he heard about Yogakshemam Vahamiham. So Krishna said, I will take care of my devotees' needs personally. He was like, not sure why Krishna needs to come personally. He doesn't need to come. If there is a problem, if he wants to protect his devotees, just his holy name is enough, isn't it? What protected Prahlad Maharaj throughout those difficulties when his father was throwing him off the cliff? When his father was trying to burn him, when the elephants, huge, humongous elephants are trying to step on him, Lord was there in the form of name. The name itself is sufficient to protect the devotees, not necessarily Lord has to appear there. So when he has to punish the miscreants, does he need to really come physically? All he needs to do is just send one small virus, like Corona. It will take care of the world. And if Krishna wants to establish the Dharma, he doesn't have to come personally. He needs to send a devotee like Prabhupada, who can go all over the world and establish Dharma. Otherwise, how can we all speak here today about Krishna and Bhagavad Gita? It's only because of Srila Prabhupada. So, Krishna's power is like that. He doesn't have to come personally to help his devotees also. But still he comes. Why? Because he likes his devotees. He wants to see them. He wants to interact with them. He wants to have loving exchanges. Like a mother likes to spend time with children, Krishna also likes to spend time with his children, who are all of us. So that's why he comes, even though not necessary. So like that, before we go and touch another pastime, I want to share one story. Story of a businessman who had 4 wives. How many of you heard about this businessman? Okay. Not many, so I can share the story. There was one businessman, he had 4 wives, okay? If anyone trying now, it's not legal. It's only in the story it's possible. So he had first wife, please come to Siddha. So he had a first wife who is so beautiful, so attractive. The businessman loves that wife so much. He wants to spend most of the time with that wife, serving that wife, talking with that wife, spending time with that wife. Then he had a second wife whom he is very proud of. He takes great pleasure in introducing her to the world and showing, oh, look at my world, she is so great, she accomplished this, she has this, like that. And then there is a third wife. And she is very dear to him, that third wife. Whenever, at the end of the day, he goes and sits with that wife and speaks with her. Oh, the day went like this, I had a good day, I had a bad day. He shares his heart with her. Then there is a fourth wife. That businessman never even looks at her. This is the situation of that businessman. One day, he has to meet his destiny. So he's on his deathbed. So he was calling all his wives to come and sharing with them. Well, all this time I have been with you. I had your support. I had your company. Now I'm about to die. I don't know how it's going to be, this new journey, where I'm going to go. I'm scared. Can any of you come with me? You know their replies? The first wife, Mataji already know the answer. The first wife immediately said, well, as soon as you die, I am no more. Then the second wife said, at least the first wife was humble. The second wife was like, too rude. As soon as you die, I will go with someone else. And then the third wife, well, I like you, but all I can do for you is I can come to the cremation ground and say Govinda, Govinda for you. Then he didn't even bother to check with the fourth wife because he never even paid attention to her, so he didn't have the courage to ask her. But despite that, fourth wife asked him, I will come with you. I will travel wherever you go. So in this story, I'm sure you might have figured out the wives, those wives. So, but let's have a quick quiz. Who is that first wife?
Body.
Who said that? Oh, you're not supposed to say that. You know the answers. The first wife is our body. Who is very dear to us? For anyone, who is very dear? Our own self. So the maximum effort and time we put in taking care of our body. We try to spend so many hours in front of the mirror trying to check our makeup, hair, dress. Maybe I should go to gym and increase my biceps. I should drink protein shake, or I should go to this and that. Please, when you have family around, you cannot even share few things. So we spend lots and lots of time in our own self, on our own body. But what is happening to this body at the time of death? It's just becoming ashes, are buried into the 5 elements, mixing into 5 elements. No more existence for that body. We spend so many hours. Maybe we might have invested so many dollars in maintaining that body. Then the second wife, okay? Someone else can guess?
Fame.
Thank you. I told you, right? You are a very brilliant person. The fame. We are so proud of our accomplishments. I am the CEO of this company. I have done masters in Stanford. I have this and these skills. This is our proud. When we go to outside and introduce to our people, I am so and so. This is our pride. But what is happening to that at the time of death? Today I am the CEO of this company. The moment I die, someone else is becoming the CEO of the company. Nothing is stopping, things will go on. I am foolishly thinking, oh, what will happen? Nothing will happen, someone else will take that position. How about the third wife then? Okay, someone else, new people can guess. Those who didn't try can give a try. There's no harm in giving a try. Very good, you're also a good student. Those who sit in the front, they pay very good attention. So the third wife is the family members. They love us. They have good intentions. We share our heart with them. When we have difficulties, we go and reveal with them. When we have happy news, we share with them, we celebrate with them. But they are also helpless people. They are also like one of us. See, if my hands are tied, your hands are also tied. How can I help you to remove your handcuffs? We need someone coming from outside who is not bound, can remove our handcuffs, right? So like that, our family members also conditioned. They are also bound. They have their limitations. Even though they have good heart and will, all they can do is they can do the nice cremation and say Govinda, Govinda. That's all they can come. They cannot go beyond. Now the real question comes: who is that fourth wife saying, even though you didn't look after me, even though you didn't pay attention to me, despite I'm trying to be with you, travel with you, wherever you go, however long you go, I will be with you. Mataji, can you answer?
Soul.
Okay, that is me.
Krishna. Krishna.
Okay, someone said something. Consciousness, someone else. Something starts with yes.
Spiritual journey.
Someone said right. You only? Okay, anyway, it was all your answers are correct, but we needed that exact word, super soul, because who is residing in our heart? Krishna says, right, in the 15th chapter, 15th verse, Sarvasya Chaham. No, not that. What is it? Mama.
Mata
Matasmriti Jnanam Apoganam Cha. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So Krishna is telling, I am seated in everyone's heart as a Paramatma. Even though it's Krishna, consciousness, soul, everything, but he's called as Paramatma, who is residing in everyone's heart. He's there. Do we pay attention to that Paramatma every day and greet him, hey, how are you doing, what's up? We spend 1 hour in front of the mirror, but we don't even give 1 second to that Paramatma. Not today, not yesterday, even life before that also. It's been like that. We never paid attention to that super soul in our heart. But still, at the time of leaving, only He's the only one traveling with us. Not this lifetime when I'm in the human form. Even when I was in the body of a cat, super soul was there with me. Not just cat, even when I was a worm in the stool. My mother, I don't think so if she would like to travel with me in that body. My sons, I don't think so if they would like to travel with me in that body. But despite Paramatma, super soul, was there with me. He is the person always, whichever body, whichever time, however long, He has been with us. So that is the nature of the Lord. He never lets us go. He never lets us be alone. He always accompanies it. All he's doing is waiting so patiently. When we will acknowledge that person who is sitting in our heart and turn towards him and greets him. That's all he wants, nothing else. Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, he says, right, Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshesham ma sucha. So just turn towards me. That's all. Just turn. I will take out all your fears. We discussed about so many fears, right? All these fears will be gone only when we just turn towards that person. That's all. We don't need to do big things. Just acknowledge that super soul. Just turn towards him. So that all the problems will be solved. So maybe some of you might be thinking, this is just a story, Mataji, this businessman and the 4 wives and super soul and all. So is it really happening? Yes, it is happening. He's coming into people's life and helping people. We saw a couple of examples of Prahlad Maharaj. We saw the Uttara and Draupadi, and there's another great example. Before we enter the example, I just want to check the time, how much time I have to speak.
You go ahead, Mataji.
Just check with the organizers.
6:19.
20 more minutes. Thank you, Mataji. You are very kind. Okay, so let's observe another pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a very great personality. I'm sure you all might have heard about him. He is also very powerful, very famous. He also had so many wives. And he was having a very beautiful life. All of a sudden, the twists and turns of the material nature affected him. He tried and tried with all his efforts. He failed. Then ultimately he turned to that super soul. Who is that personality? Okay, I will tell. His name is Gajendra. You guessed it? You should have said. There's no punishment, right? You can give it right. So his name is King Gajendra. He's in the body of the elephant. He's the king of all the elephants. So, Gajendra Moksha, 8th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, the story described he was happily living in the Mandara mountains. It sounds like exaggeration. He had 10 lakhs of wives. He had so many wives and he was so powerful. Imagine if he had 10 lakhs of wives and the wives and the children and the relatives, how much big family he had. So many people. So he was just walking across and then he felt thirsty. He saw one small pond. He went to drink some water over there. He was drinking water and playing with his wives, all the queens, they all came into the water. They were just putting the lotus on the Gajendra, and then he was reciprocating. So it was like a picnic. Nice picnic was happening. Everything is happy. So all of a sudden, there was a crocodile in that pond. That crocodile observed this king. Okay, this king looks very big. It is going to be a big, nice, yummy meal for me. Let me just go and try my luck. So that crocodile came, slowly attacked the leg of that elephant, Gajendra. So initially Gajendra didn't feel it scary. What, I'm such a big personality, even the lions in the forest get scared of me. Usually not all the elephants are that powerful. Elephants are scared of lions. Even if that lion comes in the dream, the elephant can die. But this is a special elephant. It's so powerful. Even the lions are scared of this elephant. So what will this little water creature will do to me? So he was not bothered. He tried to fight with that. He tried to hit that crocodile with the trunk. The wives also helped. But you know, there is a when the crocodiles are in the water, they're very, very powerful. They have that natural power in the water. Even though, however great that elephant is, when it goes to the water, it may not have that much grip over there, whereas the crocodile have an advantage of being in the nature, a natural position. So the fight went on for some time. Some time means you might be thinking, okay, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, 1 day, like that. It went for thousands and thousands of years, the fight between the elephant and the crocodile. So elephant didn't give up, crocodile didn't give up. Elephant is trying to get rid of the crocodile, and crocodile is trying with different strategies to attack from the back, attack from the top, jump over and catch the back, and like that, so many ways of fighting happening. All the wives tried, they tried and tried, they all became helpless. So they all went to the sword and sat down and watching, observing. They're just becoming witnesses. They couldn't do anything. All the family members, they also went. There was no one. At the end, it was just the Gajendra and the crocodile. The fight was happening just between two of them. So then there was a moment, slowly, the elephant is losing the strength and stamina and the power and losing the hope. No one is, it looked around, no one is there to help him. The queens, they're sitting on the shore. All the family members, they left. How long they will wait? They will wait for a day, they will wait for a couple of days. If it's happening for thousands and thousands of years, they said, okay, inform us at the end, what's the result? So then, as the elephant is losing the strength, the crocodile is gaining the strength. So the crocodile is becoming even more stronger to attack the elephant. So at one point, the elephant realized, I am helpless. I am not able to protect myself. No one else is going to be able to protect me. So the only hope and shelter I have is only one person. So immediately something struck in the elephant. It happened only because we have to go to the past life of the elephant then to understand how that thought came. Otherwise it's impossible to get even the thought also, to realize that there is someone else who can help me. All we can think of, whatever we see around us, that's the only places we can think of. Okay, my wife can help, my relatives, my son, my wealth, this, that and all. So it thought about someone who is not in its vision. So that happened because in last life that elephant was a king, great devotee, King Indradumna. So he was a good devotee of Krishna, but he did offense towards a guru. So as a result, he got a curse to be an elephant. So whatever the good things he has done in his previous life, that's called samskaras, the impressions. So if you have been doing one thing every day, it becomes natural for us, right? We don't have to put effort to do that. If you are a pickleball player, as soon as you go to the court, you can start playing pickleball. You don't have to think about all the rules and strategies and all. But if you go for the first time, you'll be like wondering, what should I do? So same way, the impressions were there on the elephant from the last life. So that's how Krishna helps. Even Swalpam Apyasya, even if we do little bit pious activities, Krishna conscious activities, dharmic activities, that will help us at the time of difficulties. So that happened in the case of Gajendra. So the last life good activities that Indradumna did, all of a sudden he remembered, there is some personality who created this entire world, who is the master of everyone, who is the controller of everything. Only he can help me. No one else can help me. Let me call out to that person. So that the elephant, with gathering all the remaining strength, and picked up a lotus from the palm and showing it to the top, started calling Madri Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namolayaya. So like that he started calling. He doesn't know whom to address, any name like Vishnu, Rama, nothing like that. But that person who can deliver me, that person should come and help me. So immediately, as soon as that elephant called out with so much intensity and surrender, mood of surrender, Vishnu, without a second thought, even usually when Vishnu is going, yeah, Garuda will be there. Here in this particular situation, the devotee, he's called Bhaktavatsala, right? He is there for his devotees. When the devotee calls, without a second thought, he rushes to that situation. So as soon as he heard the Gajendra's call, he didn't even consider Lakshmi, he didn't even consider Garuda, okay, get ready Garuda, we will go. No, he just started running to the place. So while he was running, all his astras, shastras, they were just following in the Shanku Chakra. He was not holding. He wants to just run to the situation. So they were coming. When the Shanku was coming like this, the air was going through the Shanku and it started blowing. It was going so fast, the air was fastly going through the Shanku Kanch and started Shanku Dvaja was happening. So immediately he rushed to the place and he left his Sudarshan Chakra. With that he cut the throat of that crocodile and rescued the Gajendra, and the crocodile immediately got liberated. Any interaction, any contact with Krishna is beneficial for everyone. So even the crocodile also got benefited, it got liberated because it was touched by the Sudarshana. And then the elephant also got blessed by the Lord's darshan. So this is the way Lord, even though it was in the body of an animal, we don't have to be really human to get the mercy of the Lord. Even in the body of the body of an animal also can get the mercy of the Lord. It shows the Lord's Bhakta Vatsalata, how compassionate Lord is. Okay, we are running out of time, we have to cut down. Okay, so let's close the pastime there and let's gather some hope. Let's gather some hope. If elephant, which is in the body of an animal, can get the mercy of the Lord, how about us? What is the possibility of us who have been given the higher intelligence? If we call out to Krishna with the same intensity, don't you think that he will come at the time of crisis and help us? So this is the shelter. We should keep hope and faith and try to exercise calling out to Krishna. The more we call, the more he comes, the relation will get established. So we will just close this with a couple of examples. We can see in the life of Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Usually, we have some senior devotees here, we can also check with them. Usually when people become old, like later 60s and 70s, they like to be in their comfort place. Do you agree, Mataji? Do you agree, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
They like to reside in the hometown with the relatives, with the family, where they know everything. Okay, I know if I need some medicine, I can go here and get it. If I need some help, I will call my grandson, he will come and take me. So like that, they want to remain in a place where they are comfortable. Look at Srila Prabhupada. At the age of 70, he was in Vrindavan, the best place in the world for devotees. He left that Radha Damodar temple. He had to come to Western world. He didn't have no money. He had no people here in the America. When he first landed in the Boston harbor, he came out of the harbor and he looked left and right. He didn't know which side to go. That was his situation. No guarantee where he will stay, who will support him, where he will get his next meal, what will happen to me. He was at the age of 70, can you believe? We are in our mid-40s and 50s. We are going through so many health crises. We can't sit for 1 hour straight. But he has taken we don't even want to touch the journey. That itself is another episode. He got 2 heart attacks in the journey. He came here, he had to go through so many difficulties. He tried to follow the instruction of his spiritual master, trying to spread Krishna consciousness in the Western world. There was no support, there was no money, there was no manpower. All he had was attacks. All he had was theft. People were stealing his things. So despite all those conditions, he had only one hope and one faith. Krishna is my protector. Krishna will protect me. He had such a firm conviction on Krishna because he understood Krishna is all merciful. All merciful means Krishna can't see me suffering. Like when a child is suffering, mother and father, they can sit and watch them suffer. They can move hell and heaven to make them comfortable, right? So like the same way, Krishna, when we are suffering, he can also do anything to make our suffering go away. So then the second question comes, maybe Krishna doesn't know my problem. Just now we discussed, right? Krishna is sitting as a Paramatma in everyone's heart. So he knows everything about our situation, in and out. Even before even we realize any thought, Krishna knows that thought and desire. So he's all knowing, he's all merciful. Then the last question comes, maybe Krishna knows my problem. Krishna is all merciful, he wants to help me. Maybe Krishna doesn't have the power. He's helpless maybe. Maya is maybe strong. Satan, the Christian philosophy says, right? Satan is maybe more strong. No, Krishna is Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarvaloka Maheshwara. He is the Lord of all the planets, all the universes. There is nothing that is superior to him. Matta Smriti Gnanam Apon. There is nothing superior than Krishna. Krishna is the most powerful person in the creation. There is nothing that he cannot do. So if he wants to protect someone, no one can stop him. We have the example of Prahlad Maharaj. How much ever Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad, was he successful? No. He tried all the methods. He invented new methods. How I can kill my son? At the end, he wasn't successful. But if Krishna wants to kill someone, punish someone, is there anyone who can protect them?
No.
We have any example?
Devotee can protect them. I forgot his name.
Ambarish.
Yeah, Ambarish.
Okay, now don't enter into that section, but we will simplify the path. So if Krishna wants to punish anyone, no one can. Even the great king Ravana with 10 heads, he was also not spared if Krishna wants to punish. So that is the power of Krishna. So if Krishna is that powerful, why can't he help us? He can help us also. That faith was there in Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada had that conviction. If Krishna sent me all the way here, he has a mission, he has a plan. I'm just an instrument in his hands. Let him do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to protect me, he will protect me. If he wants me to become successful, he will make me successful. With that conviction and faith, Srila Prabhupada continued staying in the Western world, distributing Krishna consciousness. Look at the result today. We all are enjoying the results today because of Srila Prabhupada's conviction that day, that faith and Krishna, we all are able to discuss this. Otherwise, where we would have been, maybe in Myrtle Beach or somewhere else. So, maybe some of you might be having a question. Mataji, maybe like in a pure devotee situation, it is like that. How about people like us, common people who are like filled with day-to-day challenges, family, this and that? Recently, I heard an example from Radhesham Prabhu, Pune temple president, Brahmachari. He was sharing a case from Hyderabad. There was one devotee Mataji, maybe like 40s, 50s like that. She was diagnosed with fourth stage cancer. She was diagnosed at the last stage. So as soon as they find out that she is in the fourth stage, she didn't have much time. So the doctor said, you hardly have few days. Imagine how the situation will be, how earth-shaking the situation will be. You just have few more days, that's all. So the husband was worried. The son started crying. Everyone was worrying. But that Mataji was not worrying. She was happy. She was blissful. Because she loves Krishna book. The Krishna book, you might have seen Krishna book, which has all the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, stealing the butter, stealing the saris, killing the Agasura, all these pastimes come in that Krishna book. She loves that book. Every day she reads at least an hour of that book. She spends an hour with that book reading the Krishna's pastime. So as soon as she heard that she's going to leave her body, Her immediate reaction was, oh, that means I'm going to see Krishna in a couple of days. So for devotee, is everyone okay over there?
Yeah.
So for devotee, when the challenges come, they don't see it as a challenge, they see it an opportunity to connect with Krishna. So there is a saying, right? Peace doesn't mean absent of crisis. Peace doesn't mean absent of crisis. Peace means bringing divinity. So the devotees, they know how to connect every situation with Krishna. So this lady, even though it's supposed to be very scattering situation, she was able to connect with Krishna. Okay, it's just a transition from one body to another body. I'm in this body, I have these family members. Tomorrow I'm going to be with Krishna's family. I'm going to interact with Krishna, see Krishna, play with Krishna. So that is the level of consciousness she has developed. She is one among us. So this is the result of bhakti, this is the result of Krishna consciousness. So this is the way we can turn the imperfect, the perfectly imperfect world into perfectly beautiful world. So we started the seminar saying how this world is perfectly imperfect. It's in our hands how we deal with it. If we try with the material mediums, we saw the results, how it is. It's just a patchwork. There is no permanent solution for it. But when we connect it with Krishna, the divinity, all the situations are an opportunity to make the situations beautiful. So then the world will become perfectly perfect. So if there are any questions, comments, we can just address few. Yes, Prakash.
Every time I listen to you, I learn something new, Mataji.
I'm also learning from all of you.
One question, Mataji. In Gajendra Moksha story, what you touch upon. So Gajendra was the one who prayed to Lord, but delivered crocodile. So why Gajendra was also not delivered?
Gajendra was delivered.
So he, but he
But
survived.
why crocodile?
He
Crocodile
survived,
didn't
right?
pray.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Dealing with Krishna is not ordinary, right? Buy one, get one free.
What if somebody gets wrongly motivated thinking, okay, let me blaspheme and
Yeah.
like, what if they think that way? Instead
Right.
of thinking like Gajendra, they think like crocodile.
Right. In Srimad Bhagavatam, that has been addressed also, Prabhuji. So there is one sloka. So even if someone thinks of Krishna with hatred, with fear, with anger, with enmity, still they will also get benefited. So we have example of Shishupala. Shishupala was hating Krishna like anything. He was always thinking of Krishna with hatred. Still he also got delivered. But there, if you want to hate Krishna and get delivered, you know what you have to do? You have to think Krishna so intensely 24/7. It's harder than being bhakti. Bhakti, at least 2 hours you think of Krishna, you do your 16 rounds and you keep Krishna in the closet, it still works. You get delivered. But to hate Krishna and get his mercy, you have to think 24/7. Maybe if you're still thinking, considering, there is an option open.
So bhakti is easier.
Practical. And more than that, our acharyas recommended we have to do bhakti in anukula. Anukula means favorable mood. Because we are conditioned, how much ever we try, we cannot think, we cannot hate Krishna 100%. We might do maybe 10%, 12% something, then we will fail. We will neither here nor here. We will neither get the bhakti benefits nor get the enmity benefits. We will be lost. So at least take the safe path, bhakti path, svalpam apyasya, like the Gajendra. Even if we do little, we will be benefited, not even this life, next life. So not only us, the people around us, like crocodile, also get benefited. Okay, any other points?
I had 2 questions, Mataji. Both were answered when you were giving the lecture. My question was, how can we get peace within ourselves? Because happiness, we have been searching everywhere. Peacefulness, we have been searching. And what does it mean to be a happy person? What does it mean to be peaceful within ourselves? We don't know the definition because we have not experienced that kind of a happiness or peacefulness, right? But now I understand from your words that you told, peace is nothing but to bring that divinity in ourselves. That will definitely bring out the peace and you will be very happy. So thank you for that, Mataji.
All we are trying to do is we are trying to fix the external world. We are trying to fix the economy. We are trying to fix this and that. So there is a small poem. You want to hear the poem, or is it too boring already?
No.
There's a little girl who wrote this poem. We are in a world where there are tall buildings but short minds. The tall buildings and short tempers, wider highways and narrow minds. We conquered the outer space, but we are stuck in the space, within our space. We sacrifice our health for wealth, and we give that wealth to get back our health. And we are so connected, yet we are so far away. So this is the world we are living in, smiling faces and sorrow hearts. So it's all like external development, external solutions. So all we have to do is we have to just bring it internal. Instead of, rather than putting so much effort fixing the outside problems or developing the outside world, work on our inner engineering. So that's all we have to do, the transformation. The method how we can do is, the best way recommended in the Kali Yuga is taking shelter of Krishna's holy names. That is, let's all call together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Pancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Ananta Koti Vishnu Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
गलप्रीति माता जी की
जय।
Regulated from his current position to the level.
not delivered.
Not Gajendra was you have heard that, no?
But
Oh no. That's what another Acharya said.
माइक को कार्तिक प्रभु की Prabhuji, can you remove those? Prabhu can will stand there and do the aarti.
చాలా టైం అయింది కదా
No, కరెక్ట్గానే చేశాను.
lyrics. Lyrics. I will wait. So everybody will sing.
యా ఇంకేమైనా కావాలా ప్రభు?
कि बजयो जयो गौरचंदे Vasa